welcome to Crown Point High School for tonight's GAC varsity basketball matchup between the Portage Indians and the Crown Point Bulldogs. My name is Blake Pysh, and I'll be your play-by-play announcer tonight. And alongside me is my color analyst, Ram Harkness. Crown Point is coming into this game 7-8, and also coming off a very tough loss, 61-59 against South Bend, Washington on Saturday. That came down to the last shot. The Indians of Portage are coming into this game 5-13 and riding a 3-game losing streak. This is the first matchup between these teams this season, and it's expected to go the Bulldogs' way. But as we've seen plenty of times this season, anything could happen. Once again, my name is Blake Pysh, and alongside me is Ram Harkness. And Ram, tonight, it's going to be a little different. Usually games are won in the paint with the Crown Point Bulldogs, but tonight, this game's going to be won on the perimeter.
Blake, you are correct in that one. The two highest scoring leaders on this Portage Indian team, Kamari Slaughter and as well Xavier Ponte, number 12 and number 20. They are some masterful scorers, really doing a great job leading this Portage Indian team to not a great record, but still a lot of talent on the perimeter for the Indians.
Jumping tonight will be Jake Usman, number 42 for the Bulldogs, the junior, and the standout freshman Kamari Slaughter, the 6'3" freshman for the Portage Indians. The tip is off, and Crown Point will get the ball to start the game. Ty Smith with the ball in his hands at midcourt. Smith looking, has Liebers on the wing, who finds Drew Adzia, pulls up for the three. No good. And that will be number 31, Lawrence Harris, on the rebound for the Indians. Now gets it to point guard Jalen Hollis.
That is the big game for Drew Adzia, really coming in at 5'6". He's not a liability defensively, but that is the weakest part of his game. His big, strong suit is that three-point game.
Number 20, Slaughter with the ball on the left wing, now swings it to the other 15-point-per-game scorer, who has a turnover. Ty Smith with the steal, sees an open lane, almost gets the and one. However, he misses, and he will be headed to the line for 2 shots. For the Indians, it's going to be a battle of the boards. Portage's small lineup will be vastly undersized against Crown Point. Rebounding could win or lose them the game. Aponte and Slaughter will have to be the main sources of offense this year and tonight. Someone else will need to step up tonight if they want a chance to win this game. And Portage's speed and quickness on defense will look to force turnovers on the Bulldogs. Smith at the line awaiting his first free throw. It is up, and it is good. Bulldogs lead 1-0, 7:22 left in the first quarter.
Ty Smith, is his weakest part of his game is actually his shooting, not from the mid-range or from the free throw line, as he's shooting right about 75% from the free throw line this season. His biggest issue is, of course, from the three-point line.
Ty Smith hits his second free throw, and now the Indians have the ball. Number 12 is trapped in the corner. That is Aponte, who finds number 11, Miguel Verduzco, who swings it right back down to Aponte on the low block, hits the shot, tie game.
Miguel Verduzco, actually the kicker for the Portage Indians. He started for them last season.
Miles Liebers with the ball on the left wing. Swings it over to Drew Adzia, who finds Ty Smith straight back at the top. Smith looking for Liebers on the left wing, and he has it. Now swings it over to David Brown, who finds Ty Smith back at the top. Smith looking for a pull-up shot. He has it, but it is missed off the front iron. Now Slaughter bringing the ball up the court, looking to push a fast break here.
The Dogs running a bit of a slower offense as we've seen all season. They don't look to push the ball too quickly or get it out in fast break and get some easy buckets. That's what they're going to have to look to do, especially the Usman, a more athletic center in at the 5.
Aponte now with the ball on the right wing, swings it back to Harris. Number 3 with the shot. It is off the front iron. Ty Smith comes down with the rebound, looking to push the ball up the court. Crown Point has numbers. David Brown in the corner, pulls up for the 3. No good. However, Jake Usman is there for the rebound and the foul. Now down at the court, we have John Lieber, who is standing beside head coach Rick Snodgrass of the Portage Indians.
Coach, the Dogs are creating a lot of transition points off, rebounds off you guys. What is your look to control that in the second half?
Well, we just have to do a better job blocking off. Got to do a better job crashing the boards.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back up to Ramsey and Blake.
Make that 7 rebounds.
Creech pulled up for the 3. Ty with an incredible pass down low, and Jake with the dunk. Ty Smith with an absolute dime in the paint, and Jake Usman throws it down with no trouble at all, though there's those high jumping skills you mentioned.
Not as fancy as Slaughter on the slam from Usman, but still rising up and boom shakalaka, throwing it down. Great finish from Usman in transition.
Hollis now with the ball at the top of the court finds Tidwell, who drives the lane, and he is going to have an easy layup after the foul call on Orion.
Orion White simply not disciplined with his hands. That time, putting it on top of Tidwell's head, not even going for the ball.
The freshman Darius Roach will check in for the Crown Point Bulldogs as Ty Smith checks out of the game, and he will not see the court again this game. 23 points on probably his most efficient game this season. Ty Smith, dimes everywhere, rebounds everywhere. His best night by far.
This is Darius Roach's first minute as a varsity basketball player.
We came out, I thought we put together 4 good quarters. We actually got off to a good start. It's the first time in 3 games that we won the first quarter, and thought the guys played well and come out and get ready for Tuesday.
All right, one of those guys who helped you win that first quarter was Ty Smith. He's stayed average 21 points around this entire season, especially through the hard times or a couple losses in a row. How important is it for him to keep getting that ball?
Well, it's his teammates getting him, putting him in his positions to score, setting good screens for him, giving the ball where he needs it, and he's delivered for us. He's done a great job.
All right, Coach, good luck with the rest of the season. Back up top.
To have just the gang of Crown Point Bulldogs, especially on the offensive side, to have them continue to score in the way that they did with 4 guys scoring 10 or more points, that is what the Bulldogs are going to have to look to do on the offensive end, as well as on the defensive end. Just Jake Usman getting his hands up, using the length and athleticism to really get into those passing lanes and come away with a couple steals. Those are the big keys heading into the game against Entrant.
What did you see out of Portage that maybe they could take away from this game? It was a very, very tough night for them, but what can they possibly take away from this game?
Well, the Indians just have to be a lot more efficient on the offensive side of the ball, especially with Slaughter and Aponte. Aponte only had 8 points on tonight's game, and then Slaughter, a very inefficient 17 points. So if a lot more of those shots can fall, I'm seeing a lot more wins out of this now 5-14 Portage Indian roster.
Any last words before we wrap things up?
No, just of course a great game here with a 68-49 victory, and the Bulldogs look to go ahead and carry some of this momentum into the game against Entrant.